everything and everything. Oh, wait, right here already. Oh, we're live. All right, guys. Welcome to the live stream. This is the Climb to One. We're going to go over the declared dividends. All right, we're going to start with the monthlies. Ulti went out and said 83.13 cents per share. We've already done the math. We have 9.99 shares, so $8.30 incoming. That $8.30 incoming. Let's take a look. We're talking about Friday the 15th is when all of these payments should hit. Coney, another one, said, no, hold my beer, $2.02, and even a fraction of cents, 3-1 left over. And we got a little over 8 shares there, so that'll be a whopping $16. Now remember, our previous best payment came through YBTC for $4.08. So we're getting double that here, quadruple that here. This is going to be our best week of payments to date. So that's nice. XDTE is going to get 52 cents. QDTE is going to get 60 cents. YMAX will be getting 89 cents. And RDTE will be getting 93 cents. Now, that is total, considering the shares that I have. We'll go over those again. XDTE is paying 27 cents per share. QDTE 25 cents per share. RDTE 33 cents per share. And YMAX 13 and almost a quarter of a cent per share. And remember, these are all weekly. Also do recall that currently everything is on drip. So the money they make is the money they take. They go in and build up. So let's move this to the side and take a closer look specifically on the stocks that are paying. So we'll start with Coney. Coney is sitting at $17.63. It's down a chunk today, but that's okay because it's up mini chunks from the $12.40 we bought at. And Coney is saying $16.30. That's almost a complete share of Coney coming off of that dividend. That's huge. That is great growth. We're going to love that. All right, let's check out Ulti. Ulti sitting at $10.68. They're going to pay us $8.30. That's like a lot, man. That's over 80% of a share right there. We are sitting on 9.99. We're going to be, what, 10.82 ish, because we have some carry. Yeah, it'll be 10.82. So very nice. And that just makes the next payment even better. But those you have to wait a month for. So what about the smaller ones? XDTE, we almost have 2 shares. We see a price of $53.66. Let's see if we get the numbers right here. Yeah, okay, I did the math correct the first time. Yay us. Almost 100th of a share, but sadly 100th of a share, 10th, 100th, we're only going from like 0.949 to 0.95, maybe 0.96 potentially. Let's just do the math. Yeah, we're going to be just short of 1.96 shares, right? That's not a lot of movement. XDTE is going to need a little more love. We're going to need a little bit more in the share department because the cost is so big, right? So that's not, look, every little bit counts. We're happy, but that's not the real growth. Okay, let's take a look at QDTE. We got 2.5 shares. We're going to be getting 60 cents. So we do the same thing again. 0.60 times. And this is at the current price. Obviously, Monday will be, oh no, that is I was supposed to divide. We messed up. Yeah, over a tenth, almost a 14th there. So we add this. And then once again, we're going from 2.42 to just 2.43, over 2.43 and a half though. So, a little bit. And all of this trickles in and adds up over time. I know right now the numbers look kind of depressing. But we looked at those nice big fat monthlies and those actually moved. All right, now we're going to look at the YMAX because it's the one that pays the next most. This will probably be the most promising of all because I'm pretty sure this is also the cheapest. So YMAX is coming through with 0.89 cents. Not just a tenth of a share, we're almost getting 5/10 of a share. So now let's add this. All right, see, that's some movement. This tells me, with a jump like this, if we get a similar jump next week, we crest out of the 5/9s all the way to another full share, 6. We'll be at 6 shares. That's what you're looking for. That's that snowball effect. So pretty nice. All right, 89 cents. And YMAX had a nice bounce back from the previous week. And it's still not where it needs to be. The previous week was 12 cents. We're at 13 cents. 13 and almost a quarter. So, a whole 1.25 of a cent, right? But what we're looking for is we're looking to get back to that 23 cents. All right? That 23 cents is what we're looking for. And then that will really have us popping on the YMAX. And then the last one, RDTE, paying the most, 33 cents per share on 2.81 shares. RDTE, losing my mind. Here we go. And we're going to be getting 93 cents. We're going to divide that by the current. That's 2/10 of a share. We will, boom, boom, be bumping up to 2.85 and almost a half. Again, this looks like it's very small. This looks like it doesn't matter a lot. And, honestly, in the beginning, it doesn't matter a lot, but it just gets you in a better position for the next week, every week. This is 2/10 more of a, I'm sorry, not 2/10, 2/100 more of a share. That's that little fraction right there could be the difference in another cent coming in or not. And like right now, we're talking like 93 cents, 52 cents. It's not huge, but when you're going to bump from 98 cents to $1 because of these fractions, that's the start. Then when you're going to bump from $10 to $11, as the account grows and as more money is in, these little trickles matter more and more. This is the very beginning of compounding, the very beginning of snowballing. And it does not look like a lot. And that is because it's not a lot. But over time, it adds up and builds up on itself. And that's a good point for people to understand. Like, they see the compounding, they see the snowballing, they see at 10 years, 15, 30 years, what that growth is supposed to represent. And they see the huge spikes way down the road. Those spikes happen because of these small incremental gains in the beginning. You don't get to there without starting here. So we don't want to boo on these early returns and on the early fractions of a share. That's part of the plan. This is built in. This is how it starts. So, realistic goals, right? Understand what reality is. We were never expecting to be getting 3 shares of RDT off my first dividends. No, it doesn't work that way. But over time, the dividends are going to feed into itself. I'm going to invest more into these, and those two things combined are going to accelerate the gains. All right. Now, that was the declared dividends for the 4 weeklies and the 2 monthlies that are going to pay on the 15th. Let's go over the accounts today. Well, we're down. We're down a good chunk of $42. We're down under 13. We're down to a whole 12.75. We're not worried about this because fluctuations in the market happen day to day, but we would really like for this to be up because we're not going to buy in again until the 29th. So if there's a time that we want the prices to be down, it's the 29th. Or any other times would be when we receive dividends. So if it was down on the 15th, so be it. We are using our dividends to buy on sale. I'm actually kind of surprised we're down on the 13th because so many of these stocks have a ex-dividend date of the 14th, which means you have to buy them on the 13th to get the dividend on the 15th. Today is the day to own these stocks if you won't pay it on the 15th. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow you're too late. And I kind of expected that to drive prices up on most of the stocks today with sell-offs on the 14th after you have secured your payment date. And that's not what we saw. But that's okay. But again, a little bit of a concern because I would like to put in less money on the 29th instead of more money. I don't want to put $800-900 in again. So if this can be $1,300 or $1,400, then that will allow me to put $700 or $600 in. And then that'll make next month so much easier for me. So that's the issue there on this thing dropping $42. But already in the after hours, we're up $5.98. We're trending back in the proper direction. So we'll see. We'll see. Listen, you can never time the market. Don't worry about trying to time the market. If you have some money on hand when the market dips, use it. That's good. But don't sit here and think you know what the market's going to do. You don't. You don't. All right? We have 3 winners today that went up, and everything else went down. Let's take a look at the sundial option. Sundial is down at 196 or 198, it seems. We don't love it, but that's fine. We would like sundial to jump to 205, 206, 207, and the person execute their option to buy these 100 shares. But if not, we're just going to let this ride out. And the next week we will put a sell call on for $2 or 201. We might make a little profit off that. We've already collected $11 in premiums, and this expires on Friday. So that's where we're at with that. Now let's check out let's do the losers first. Coney has been rip-roaring and huge, and Coney is still up huge. $12.40 to $17.70. That's $5.30 a share on 8 shares. But today it took a 10% hit. It went down to $1.91. Already bouncing back a little on the after hours to absorb some of that, but that's a big drop. A 10% drop is noticeable. All right. Now let's take a look at Misty. This is the one that we bought back in on. So we have $200 invested in instead of $100. We went from like $259 yesterday to $237 now. 7 shares is a decent amount of shares, and it lost 8 3/4. And the after hour isn't helping yet. It's just we had a little peak right before to bring it back a little for today, and then since after hours it just went down again. But this trail looks like it could be coming back up. All right, the next one, YMAX. All right, so we are only down 18 cents on the day. That's only a 1% loss. That is manageable. That doesn't worry us, and we're already bouncing back the slight little bit in the after hours. Okay, that was YMAX. We'll go to the next. QDTE lost today, only 4 cents per share. And as you see, we're still up overall, 41.52 versus 43.64, $2.12 per share that we're still up. That's what is the most important thing. But on the day, we lost 4 cents per share. And the after hours is holding even currently. Let's check out YBTC. Again, we had to understand our cost, $45.96. So we're still up almost $5. We're still up nicely, but today the price has dropped 69 cents per share. We lost 1.35%. Don't sweat the 1%ers. That's fine. RDTE 43.05. We are still up $2.40 per share, but we did lose 38 cents a share, and the after hours is not being kind. We're down 0.91% total so far today. We already looked at Sundial. We don't care about Sundial in the way that we do about these other stocks that we are intending to hold. Now, let's go back and look at the winners. Maxi. Maxi was already winning. We're already down at $23 a share, and it's up to 30. And it got us a nice tiny gain of 13 cents today. But the after hours is already working for us. That 0.43, like I said, don't be worried about the 1%ers, right? Well, now this is a whole 2% just in the early after hours. So we could get a good spike tonight. Let's check out the XDTE, 51.51, 53.66, a decent $2.15 per share. And it actually went up today, but it only went up a 0.1%. And some of that has eroded in the after hours. And then the final, nope, we did Maxi already. I was going top to bottom. My bad. We need to look at Ulti. Ulti's at 10.01, or for our averages at 10.01, 10.68. That's a 67-cent difference. We lost 2 cents, but we've already gained 2 cents. So it's kind of broken even here. It's kind of flattened out. So yay us. And overall, we went from like 13.20 to 12.80. See, it's already growing some more. Yay, we like that. But you can see that the 3.25% total loss, that's acceptable. You don't like lose your mind over that. $42.72, but the after hours has already gained back $10 of that. So go after hours, go. All right, now what did we just do? We went over the dividends. We went over the close of business. We informed that we're going to drip all of the dividends back into the stocks and showed how much that would buy at the price now, at the current price. It will not be the current price when the drip initiates. But we went ahead and did, little facsimile, have an idea, some kind of concept of where we'd be next week after the drip goes through. There's no new news. We already know investment day is the 29th. We already know the Sundial option. I may run it again next week, but we know on the 25th or 26th we're selling, and we may sell sooner just to ensure that we get what we put in back. So that was the will, that's the Sundial. We know that all of the premiums from Sundial go right back into YBTC to pay it back. And we know when I sell the Sundial, we're going to put it all into YBTC and then rebuy the Sundial wheel on the 29th. So that's everything. I don't think we're missing anything. No, we should be good. Okay, guys, so it's been real. It's been fun. It's even been real fun. And this is the Climb to One. Signing off. Ba-da-ba-da-da.